So we're here in the Mage Company booth, and we're talking to designer Tony. Can you pronounce your last name, Tony?
Cimino.
Cimino. And Tony is the designer of Wrong Chemistry, and I'm going to let Tony take it away and explain this game, basically the theme behind it, the mechanics, everything. Since you're the designer, I think we should get the scoop pretty good.
All right. The game is about chemistry. Cool. Each player is supposed to be a chemist and create elements.
Nice.
All right. You start the game with 4 cards, okay, in your hand, and you're trying to create the element that you see on the card.
Okay.
So, one of the cards, for example. All right. So, if I want to create an element, I have 4 actions during my turn, and with these actions, I'm trying to take things in the way I see them on the card. So, if I want to make this card, all I have to do is wipe this off like this. 1, 2, 3. So simple. I made a card. I keep it in front of me. Okay. And there are some points on the lamp, and I score those points at the end of the game.
Okay.
All right. If I want more than 4 actions, I have one funny option here called extra movium. Extra moves.
Of course.
Okay. 3 more moves.
Cool.
But in order to do so, I have to break a lamp. Meaning I have to discard one of the cards I made. It's a good strategy to take away a cheap card like 1 point and score 3.
Cool.
All right. Also, all players have the same molecule. I mean, if the player before you made a whole mess out of it, like this, okay? If it is difficult for you to play like this, you can just restart.
Okay.
This is an option that costs 1 action.
Okay.
And you can just say, okay, let's restart. Back to square one.
Back to square one.
Or hex 1, I don't know.
Other than that, you would have to spend an action to move each thing.
Okay. Our rule book, this edition has 8 languages, and the last page has a reminder of all the actions you can do. It's very simple. So you can see language independent.
Right.
Move a disc from one hex to another, move a hex, or discard. If a card is too difficult and you don't want to play it, okay, I'll discard and draw something new.
Okay.
Every turn, when you end your moves, you can draw cards until you have 4 again in your hand.
Okay.
All right. And if our deck is exhausted, the game ends.
Perfect.
And you count the points from your lands.
Yeah. And that's Wrong Chemistry.
That's Wrong Chemistry.
Cool. So now I'm curious as to which came first, because obviously, no pun intended, the important element of the game is the actual periodic table that you created for this. So did the creation of this come first and then the idea for the game, or did you come up with the idea for the game and then have fun making the table?
Tell you what, in the beginning, the game was about organic chemistry. As you can see, there are 7 hexes, which reminded me of the benzene element.
I'll just have to agree with that. I don't know a lot about organic chemistry or chemistry at all. So I'm just going to agree.
It's okay. It's just a configuration that in the beginning wasn't quite fitting with the game mechanic. So I had to change it into inorganic and use the periodic table of elements.
Cool.
So the periodic table as a reference, each card has its own reference here. So you can see we have carbon, it's up here. All right. And we have a little joke in each card. So in English, carbon, if you read it like carbon, it's like car and bone. So this card here has a small car and bone as a joke.
Awesome.
Each card has its own little joke about the name of the element.
Excellent. So rather than making up all new elements, you just had fun with puns on all the originals. That's great.
Yeah, exactly. That's the game.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for showing us all about Wrong Chemistry. As a designer, certainly you have other games stirring around up there. Any games coming up that you'd like to share?
Well, the thing is that we already are planning an expansion for the game.
Awesome.
Yeah, because as you've seen, there's a small difference here in the color on the periodic table.
Absolutely.
There are some white ones in this version, but next year we're planning an expansion with all the yellow ones.
All the yellow ones. Awesome. Great.
And I have already saying in forums through the internet that we're gonna include new mechanics in the game and new strategies, because if you play the game a few times, you want something new to spice it up a bit. And that's what I'm doing. I'm putting new options that you have during your turn and new cards, of course.
Okay, that sounds great. Well, Tony, thank you very much for taking time to explain Wrong Chemistry with us. We look forward to talking to you next year about the expansion. That would be awesome.
Yeah, of course.
Cool, thanks.
I'll be happy to see you again.
Sweet.